witches, elves, pixies, fairies, wizards, Jedis, black sheep, scapegoats, unicorns, dragons, and all mythical creatures. Hi. I'm Manny Cake. Welcome to my channel. So I had a hop and a skip and a whiz around Lidl, and so let's try some more Italian week food from Lidl. I'll also be trying this donut at some point, and some chocolates from Lidl too. But I'm going to make a bit of a snacky poo. So I'm going to try this, that cheese, and of course bread to smush it and hold it all together. I might make a bit of a concoction sandwich of this and all this business and see what it's all like together. Now I have tried most of it before, but hey ho. I haven't tried it before on video, or not all of it anyway. Some of it, maybe ages and ages and ages ago, 500 years ago, on a different channel in the galaxy. But yeah, so let's try this. So this is from Lidl, from the Italian range, and it's called Italiano, and it looks like that. And this is carpaccio with Parmigiano Reggiano and extra virgin olive oil. So I have tried this I have tried this before and I like it. And also the reason why I've got it is also because one of the local Italian restaurants that I've been to, which is supposed to be more of a fine dining restaurant. I've noticed some restaurants cut corners quite a lot this day and age. But sometimes on their specials board, they serve this starter. I swear to God, they sell the exact same thing. I reckon they hop down Lidl and then like throw a few bits on a plate and add a bob or two extra, a few extra squid on the price. Well, quite a lot. So I've tried this sort of thing before in my Italian restaurant, and I swear they serve the same thing. And what they do is, because this is carpaccio beef, and they do in Lidl, sometimes they do a different type of carpaccio beef, which is sort of like more like the texture of Parma ham or Serrano ham. But this one, that's what the packet looks like, and that's what that looks. So it's like a sleeve like this, and it comes with the sort of cured thin slices of carpaccio beef. It comes with a sachet of parmesan and a sachet of oil. And what my Italian restaurant do, they've served this for a starter, and they've put it around on a plate with giant capers, croutons, and like an aubergine type of pesto type stuff. And they put like £15 on the price, but this is around £2.70 something, I believe, or it is at the moment from the Lidl that I go to. So I'm going to show you what it bloody well looks like, texture like, and taste like. But I'm also going to try it with the bread and the cheese. Let's open the whole thing up and give it a look. So that is what it's looking like in the packet. Sniff, sniff, whiff, whiff, yum, yum. But is it really yummy? Is it really yummy? Let's find out. They also did like a fish variation, like tuna or something. I swear my Italian restaurant served that one too. But what I'll do is, so this could get a little bit messy, but I am kind of messy, is try it with these dried tomatoes and sunflower oil. But these ones, I've had them before. They also have little caper berries, mini ones, like the normal sized ones, and herbs in it, so this kind of oily stuff. So those are sun-dried tomatoes from the same range. And this cheese, which I've also tried before. This is Italiano, mascarpone and gorgonzola. So this is like a really creamy mascarpone and gorgonzola. So it's a mild type of blue cheese. That's what the packet is looking like. Okay, let's give it an open. And I really like this because I don't really like hard, crumbly, sort of Roquefort style blue cheese. I prefer gorgonzola and stuff like this because it isn't as strong. It's kind of creamier and just a nicer experience to me all round. Even though some people love Roquefort, don't they? But I'm not massively into that. I prefer this. This one has layers of gorgonzola and layers of mascarpone in between, like it's striped, and that's what it's looking like in the packet. So it's kind of like a stripe. If you can see, the design is pretty funky, but it's so creamy and yummy. Sniff sniff, whiff whiff, yum yum. If you hate fucking cheese, hold your nose. So yeah, we're gonna put it on my plate. I painted this. I went to one of those, you know, those pottery painting things with somebody else. And I've painted these before in the past. I always break them because I've got dyspraxia and I break everything. But yeah, I painted it and I did a bit of a yin yang third eye mythical creature type design. Didn't even finish it, but I did quite a lot considering. And there's the back. It's got like it's got mushrooms on it. Mushrooms. Mushrooms. Yeah, so we'll use this plate. Try not to break it. Right, shove that on there, and then I'll have it with this pesto. It's quite nice because some a lot of shop bought pesto, I don't really love it that much. Like, it's okay, but this one I quite like it. It's quite a good like little flavour, and that is what it's looking like. It's like pesto. So we'll give that an open, and what I'll do is I'll concoct it on some of these. Oh, it's nice and soft. I often would actually toast this crusty ciabatta style bread first, but this was fresh when I first got it from the shelf in Lidl, so it's pretty fresh. But I often sort of warm them up or toast them a bit first for extra scrumdiddlyumptiousness. But it is decent bread. I've just got a little sourdough and I've just had a bit of that earlier, and that's nice too. So that is what the bread, the ciabatta style bread roll, is looking like from Lidl. A bit dusty and crusty, which I like, and the inside is nice too. So let's put the bread there and make a little bit of a sandwich. So yeah, let's scoop some cheese out first. And give it a little, just cut it like this. So creamy and nice. Let's get the first section out. What I tend to do is just get both stripes together, the mascarpone stripe and the gorgonzola stripe, and just squish it on the bread or whatever. So let's just do that now. Wax some on there on one side, and then I'll do like pesto and do a tiny bit of an overlap. But I've done this before with like mozzarella, fresh tomatoes, basil, the artichokes, and other combination and balsamic vinegar, olive oil, you name it. I've done the whole shebang. Let's give it a little. This is quite nice. I'm the only person eating this, so it's fine. So this one does have a bit of a homemadey, fresh basil-y sort of taste to it, which I like. I do like red pesto quite a lot as well. I think this is kind of a bit nutty too. It's kind of mesmerising to watch. Anyway, I'm going to drizzle some of that on the bread concoctions as well. Picnic in the car with Annie Kit Kat. Exactly. So yeah, shove some of that on. One more just for luck. Okay. Shove a dove. The only problem is this, it doesn't have a proper lid, but oh well. You can, and obviously you can just shove that in a bit of pesto or something else. So yeah, that's how it's looking so far. I've got the cheese and the pesto. Shenanigans. Now let's get a piece of this carpaccio beef. Carpaccio. Don't come for me for my pronunciation. So as you can see, it's quite a thin thing. So we'll do a couple of them on one side, and then we'll do the sun-dried tomatoes on the other side with a little bit of an overlap set up. So let's open these. This is scary, to be fair. Look at it. Well, I do often, I might transfer this into some sort of a dish and cover it with something. I'm scared, y'all. Hang on a minute. So it is kind of oily, but if you want, you can drain a bunch of oil off, depending on how you want it. And it's got some herbs and flavours on there already. So let's put a sun-dried and another sun-dried tomato. I love sun-dried tomatoes. Another little pesto. No, caperberry. So yeah, this is a little bit dangerous, to be fair. A little bit messy. However, we are still loading up a little bit more of the sandwich. So that's what it's looking like so far. So I've done sort of half of the beef and half of the sun-dried tomato and cheese, and I've overlapped in the middle just to get a bit of contrast and slight taste variation. So now I'm going to put a little bit of this parmesan as well. Just sprinkle that on. Okay. Sprinkle. It's like confetti. It's like cheese. It's like cheese pixie dust confetti. Shove that on. Oh my god, that'll do. That'll do. Okay. Confetti. Okay. And last but not least, I'll put a little drizzle of this olive oil that come with it. What I do is often I might get the beef and do like a bit of a salad set up with it. And like, yeah, maybe a tiny bit of balsamic or whatever. But yeah, that's what it's looking like so far. So let's just take a little look. So yeah, we've got the sun-dried tomato and cheese, or gorgonzola mascarpone, the carpaccio, beef and pesto, the Parmesan and the olive oil and a bit more pesto on that part. So let's squish it and give it a whirl and a swirl. Give it a squish. I usually squish my sandwiches for the final icing on the cake. So cheers. Ready, aim, fire. Let's try the other side. That was the beefy side. Let's try the tomatoey side. The bread's quite nice today. You have to go like when they first put it out, whatever time that is. Sometimes I'll put them out later on as well. So I guess it depends. Now let's try down the middle. Now I could have laid it up with some more fresh tomatoes and a bit of salad or spinach or olives or anything else. However, it's decent. I like it. For Lidl Italian range to pull this out the bag is pretty good. Obviously, your Italian sandwich and the Italian food is going to come. It's going to be loads better from the official Italian deli, especially the ones in Italy. Yes, heaven. However, for Lidl, pulling this one out the bag, the cheese is nice, the beef is nice, the sun-dried tomatoes are nice, and the bread is actually nice. And the combos together do work together. So that's all right for a little bit of a picnic. I'm liking it. But however, next video I'll try some donut. This one's slightly different. And these are chocolates. However, don't forget, chin up, crown on. Don't let motherfuckers bring you down.